Do you love diversity and inclusion? Well, if you do, you probably don't, but if you do, I think I've found the job of your dreams. Because this is for the head of diversity and inclusion at the UK National Audit Office. And as you can see there, we're not going to waste any time on this one. The salary is 75,000, all the way to 80 grand. And it even goes on to say that a higher salary might be available for exceptional candidates. And I really don't know what qualifies as exceptional. I'm guessing they just mean the most diverse person on the list. And it says that you also get a civil service pension. Like, obviously. I mean, that's all they're there for, right? It is literally just the money. And especially when you start working for places like the National Audit Office. They've pretty much just got the same blank checkbook that the government have. And what gets me about this one, right, with the National Audit Office, is that they're going to give you £75,000 to £80,000 a year, just for being on the diversity team. But if we go over to their website, and we click on the Who Are We section, it starts off by saying the National Audit Office is the UK's independent public spending watchdog. So it's their job to, like it says there, hold the government to account. Which, it just really makes no sense. They're essentially going to be the watchdog of public spending. But they're also going to pay you up to £80,000 a year. Just to, I'll show the job listing. As always, it's just buzzwords. Stuff like the role requires the ability to challenge our current ways of working, culture, behaviours and attitudes. It's just awful, isn't it? Challenge our current ways. It's just anything to just push the UK further down. It goes on to say that whilst we welcome applications from all candidates, we'll put that in green because that's the good bit, it says that we would particularly encourage applications from individuals from a black and minority ethnic backgrounds, as well as women. I'd kind of said that, but I got nothing against the women. Gone are the days where they would just pick the best person for the role. Do you know what I mean? Just picking the person that's most suited for the role. Rather than just calling your team the diversity and inclusion team, whilst excluding, 50% of the population? Imagine that. Diversity and inclusion team. And they're not looking for people like you and me. It's mad. There's no other way to say it, it's just mad. Also, just before I go, whenever you see a salary, you got to divide it by 12, haven't you? Look at that. Honestly, almost 7 grand a month. Let's divide that by 4. I know the government's going to take some tax, but they're going to be left with well over £1,000 a week. Plus, there's an awful lot of sixes in there. I don't know, I think the two might be linked. And if you enjoyed this video, seeing something which I bet you haven't seen this before, then I would highly recommend to check out this one, where Keir Starmer is not having a good week.
This country has gone crazy.